What's up, guys? It's Ashley, your coach of the Houston Hardens here, and I'm bringing you my first week UBLN matchup versus Colin, the coach of the San Antonio Espurrs. It's a divisional match, well, I'm just gonna get into it. You'll see. We're gonna go ahead and hit play here. All right, so he leads off with camera up, which I did not expect him to even bring camera up. So I was not really sure what to do here. I decided to just go for a close combat for whatever reason. I forgot camera up is ground type, which you'll definitely see again later. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and switch out here into my Hitmontop, thinking I could probably get a rapid spin up. He's made it clear that he's special, and my Hitmontop is soul vested, so I have fair confidence that it'll be alright. Decided to go for a rapid spin, and it's at this point I realized that I did not prep at all for Mega Heracross. So this thing is a huge problem for me. I know it gets Rock Blast, but I felt like I needed to get an Intimidate off, and that Arcanon could really handle anything after that Intimidate. But he decides to go for a substitute. So at this point, I'm going to switch out into my Clefable, hoping my Clefable can really take anything that he can throw at me, which it does. He gets a crit on me, which does kind of suck, but still can easily take two of those. He decides to go for the Swords Dance to kind of negate that that damage, and I'm wishing I would have gone for the Moonblast there, but I went for the Soft Boil, meaning that I really don't think I'm going to be able to take two of these Rock Blasts on the Clefable, and it's very important that I keep this thing alive, especially for that Kyurem. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch here, throw into my Zygarde, which was actually a misclick. I was trying to go into my Hitmontop, which is super unfortunate because my Zygarde gets one hit KO'd here by the Skill Link Heracross. So that's pretty much my main offensive threat completely gone off of that misclick, which is super unfortunate. But I go into Hitmontop and then double into Arcanon, hoping he'll go for the Pin Missile, but instead he goes for the Rock Blast, which is fine. My Arcanon can take a Rock Blast, but unfortunately he does get the crit on the last and knock out my Arcanine. So things are going downhill pretty quickly for me here, and I really don't have a way to deal with this Mega Heracross. So I go into my Thundurus and hit the Volt Switch, forgetting that Camera Up was ground type. It didn't really matter anyway, because since I did not expect him to bring the camera up, I didn't really bring coverage moves that would have hit it anyway, but I definitely wouldn't have Volt Switched there. I really even think gone into Thundurus in the first place. However, my Drifblim uses this red card. Now I've got my Unburden activated, and unfortunately it brings in the Skill Link, which is going to completely negate this substitute. Now, I did not expect him to switch here, so I was just going to go for the Tailwind so that whatever came in would be a little bit faster, but he does switch. I wish I would have hit the stockpile earlier so that I could have maybe gotten a couple of these up. I don't think it would have really changed anything, but I Baton Pass here out into my Hitmontop because I really didn't have any other options. Clefable is too low to take anything, and I know that my Hitmontop can take whatever this thing's going to try and throw at it. I hit it with the Pursuit, which does barely anything at all, because I'm very specially defensive, not very, I don't have that much attack investment. It was really there for Rapid Spin, and I don't really know what this thing is going to do, so I'm just going to sack off Drifblim here because it's not really any good for me anymore. I really had it just to pass stats, and it was so low health it didn't really do me much good. So I go into my Thundurus here, expecting him to switch into Camera Up. I did Grass Knot, which I really genuinely think is my only good option for inflicting damage. And he goes ahead and takes me out. So I'm just going to try and switch into Clefable here, get something done. But he hits me with the Thunder, and one hit KOs my Clefable. So going into Thundurus here, hoping maybe he's choiced. And actually, I had HP Ground on this Thundurus. I think I was on tilt pretty bad at this point. I could have at least taken out the Galvantula and brought this down to a little bit more of a reasonable 5-0. But as you could probably tell, it's going to be a 6-0. I definitely am going to prep better in the future. This is my first draft league, and I did not get any help from anybody drafting or doing my my first team builders. So naturally, there's some things I didn't think about, and hopefully with the help of some other people, I'll be getting better. I'm always trying to improve, but yeah, really looking forward to my rematch against Colin because he has a good team. I don't want to take away from like the fact that he played a really good game. He did everything the way he was supposed to. Obviously, it takes skill to do a 6-0, even if your opponent wasn't prepared. But I felt like I had good prep, but I just didn't really know what I was trying to do when it came down to it. So overall, not exactly how I wanted the first game to go, but definitely not something I can't grow from. It's nice to look at the mistakes I made and fix upon them in the future. And hopefully I'll just get better. Hopefully this will be the last 6-0 you see on the channel that I'm on the receiving side of. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that battle, and peace.